Hi guys, Ashley here, also known as the Ashley fan. I'm back today with a brand new video. I do not sound like myself. Please excuse me if I sound a little bit too raspy. I had to make some videos. It's been such a long time since I actually made a video like this talking about a review or just ranting about something. And I actually do have some new videos that I want to talk about. I'm going to start reviewing some movies that I have not seen before, and I am watching them now, so I'm going to review them. I actually have two movies that I want to review for you guys that I've never seen before. Actually, that's not true. One of the movies I haven't seen before. The other movie is I have seen it, but I recently just rewatched it like 3 times because it's been so long since I've seen it. So get ready to so make sure you guys get prepared for those videos I'm going to do. But today's video is going to be on Degrassi, my part 3 video of Degrassi Unpopular Opinions, and I have 13 written down. This is the third Degrassi Unpopular Opinions video that I have made. I didn't realize I had so much to talk about when it came to Degrassi, but I just finished the show, so let's talk about some of my unpopular opinions. Coming in number one is that Sean and Ellie were not an endgame couple. Um, Not really gonna go in depth with this. I think we always knew that this was just temporary until Sean found his way back to Emma, which is fine. I never had a problem with him and Ellie. I thought him and Ellie were cute, and I thought they really matched each other because of the things they were going through at home. So they kind of really understood each other on a very deep and emotional level. But I honestly feel like Ellie had her own things she needed to work out, and Sean had his own stuff he needed to work out on. And that was, I think, the way Sean left was just best for both characters. But I don't think they were in game ship, and I know a lot of people like them over him and Emma, which is fine too. You can like whatever ship you want to like, but I think we all know that at the end of the day, Emma will always be superior. Um, Coming at number 2 is seasons 13 and 14 are terrible seasons. These seasons fucking suck. These seasons made Degrassi look terrible. The last season of Degrassi reminds me of the last season of the OC. Just bad. Just left a bad taste in my mouth. I honestly don't think anything about the last season of Degrassi season 14 was good. The only good thing that came out of the season was Zig and Maya getting together. Everything else in the season just fucking blew. It was literally a burning bridge. Just you just kept seeing the flames, and these 2 seasons are just really bad. I don't like season 13. I don't like season 14, and I think this is where the writers were just giving up and become very lazy with the writing and the characters. Coming in number 3, the teacher and student relationships were not handled well. Now, I know a lot of people like to get on the Arya and Edward thing, but Degrassi is not safe. I honestly feel like when I watch back and look at these teachers' relationship storylines, these storylines were not handled well. Mr. Oleander got off scot free, even though he was manipulating Paige and her feelings, knowing that she was in a vulnerable state after her and Spinner broke up. The stuff with Sav and the other teacher, that just wasn't handled well. Like she was meeting her students outside of the school, going to concerts, going to bars, and this is just not handled correctly. I just don't think this is handled right, and I think that there's Degrassi, a show that kind of handles things in a very sensitive and respectful manner. They should have done a little bit better with these storylines. The only storyline I feel like that they actually handled it well with a teacher actually got consequences was the stuff with Tristan. But this guy never goes to court. He never goes to jail. He just gets fired. That's still not justifiable to me. But at the end of the day, I don't think these storylines were handled well. Coming in at before it, Eli and Claire are an overrated relationship. I said it because someone had to. Honestly feel like watching this. I feel like watching Degrassi for the first time. I honestly feel like you don't need to watch it back to have a retrospective of Eli and Claire. Honestly, feel like the relationship is really overrated, and they only have one good season as a couple. When you have two, think about it. Seasons 10, 11, it was drama. In season 13 and 14, there was drama. There was never really a season where they just weren't always having over dramatic moments. And I think that's what really ruined this couple is that the writers just gave them too much drama and not enough seasons with them just being happy. And I think that's why I really love about season 12 is that it was just the first time it just felt drama free. And sometimes that's good. I don't want to have a couple that's overexposed with too much drama because it's like, that's when the drama starts getting stupid. Just kind of like what it did in season 13 and 14. Eli cheats on Claire out of thin ass air, and then Claire gets with Drew and gets pregnant by Drew, but it's not Drew's baby, it's Eli's kid out of thin ass air. It was just ridiculous, and I think I really don't like Claire that much together. Honestly, didn't care for them ending up together, and I think I could have done with them not being ending up together either way. It's fine by me. Coming in number five, Sean deserved more character development. Period. I honestly feel like after Craig, Sean is my favorite male Degrassi character, and I feel like there could have been a lot more for Sean's character if the writers would have focused on him just a little bit more. I would have loved to know more about his stuff at home with Sago Beach. I would have loved to see. I know Degrassi doesn't really panel away from the stuff that's going on at school. I would have loved to see something in season five where we focus on the stuff going on in Degrassi and focusing on the stuff going on in Sega Beach. I know it'd be very interesting. Like, how come things didn't work out again with his parents? Were they just going back to drinking? Like, I feel like Sean deserved a lot more. Not personality wise, and I feel like it was just a lot more for Sean as a character. Period. I would have loved to see him grow a little bit more, to see him grow up, mature, and just focus and working on his anger and just becoming more of a complex character. I don't really think Sean really got the opportunity to become that complex character that we all know he could be. Like I said, I don't think Sean really became the complex character we all know that he could have been. And I love Sean. I just wish that it was more for him when it came to his character. Um, Coming number seven, Emma and Spinner ending up together makes no sense. And I don't know what it is, but recently it's like a lot of Degrassi fans are starting to feel like that them ending up together was the better decision. No, Emma and Sean were the true end game of that entire show. And the fact that they did it still makes me sick. This just doesn't make any sense. I honestly feel like Spinner and Emma, it makes sense on paper, but the execution of them getting together just really just was out of nowhere. They had a one night stand and they're talking about they're in love with each other. Are you joking? Where did these feelings come from? It was just ridiculous. I honestly feel like it was a terrible way to end off both character stories, if you ask me. That just seemed like something Emma would never do. And Spinner, I don't know. Like, he just woke up with Jane and told me he's getting married. So that means that feeling is mostly coming from the fact that he just got his heart broken. That's why he's marrying Emma, right? It just didn't make sense. I honestly feel like this was just a terrible decision, and you could tell it was a last minute thing that they did, which I fucking hate. Coming in number eight, and this one might rub a lot of fans differently because some of them ship this couple. Me personally, I do not. Allie and Johnny's relationship was highly romanticized by the writers of this show. Highly romanticized. I do not feel like there was an ounce of any real talk of how predatory and how bad and how just weird, like I said, and predatory the relationship was between Allie and Johnny. This guy was 18 and she was 14 years old. And I have people on Reddit talking about that the brain doesn't fully develop when you're 18. Some guys have a hard time maturing. I don't want to hear that. Johnny knew that Allie was too young and he still pursued a relationship with her. This relationship was just so highly romanticized. There's just so many red flags in the relationship. He shared her nudes. He lied to her about losing his virginity just so he could trick her into having sex with him. He almost gave her an STD. Like, this relationship was just really, really bad. It was just full of manipulation, toxicity, and just predatory. This made Johnny look like a complete predator. The fact that he took any romantic interest in a fucking 14-year-old girl. And the writers didn't make it no better by highly romanticizing it. So for all the people who talk about other things being highly romanticized, like Arya and Ezra or any other age gap relationship, look no further than Degrassi because Degrassi is not safe either. This relationship was highly romanticized, and I stand on that. Coming in number 9, Adam deserved better. honestly feel like they did not capitalize on Adam's character like they should have. He was the first trans character in TV show in this TV show, and they treated him like shit. The fact that we never really got to see him get the surgery, only becoming a guy, and like I don't know, I just feel like he deserved a lot better, and I feel like I would have loved to see more of him and Becky. Like I don't know, I feel like him killing Adam off was one of the most anticlimactic things I have ever seen in a TV show. It was one of the most character botches ever because he deserved so much more than what he got, so much more. So justice for Adam. Number 10. They needed more black characters. Now, I'm not going to say what they did have black characters. What I simply mean is that they needed a little bit more black characters that actually had a storyline or some damn personality traits. Most of the black characters had like no personality traits and they were kind of just there to fill up the screen time. And diversity is really important. Me personally, I'm all for it when it makes sense, not for just to have a money grab. I feel like in a show where you're gonna show high schools, I think it's very important that you show different race because not all white kids go to a high school. There's whites, there's blacks, and there's Ricans, there's Asians, there's a lot of kids. I went to a school. Okay, I went to a school with a lot of black kids, and there was a little bit of Puerto Ricans, a little bit of whites, and a little bit of Asians. But at least I had a little bit of some diversity in there. But majority black kids. But you get it. I just feel like it's weird now on TV shows where you only see just a group of white kids going to a school. It's like, where is the other kids? Where are the other races at? It's just completely unrealistic. So I feel like there needs to be some type of diversity in every teen drama show because not everyone is white. Uh, Coming number 11. Maya and Zig had a better build up over their relationship. I really feel like there's really nothing to say. Honestly, I really felt like the writers kind of really botched them in next class, and they deserved a lot more because we really got to see this build up from season 11 to 14, and for it to end the way that it did in next class, it really left a bad taste in my mouth. So I'll always appreciate the love story over relationship, and I just don't know what else to say. I feel like it's about time we all open up our eyes and realize that the relationship just failed to really. It just was lackluster compared to the build up, in my opinion. Coming in number 12, Zoe was a forced mean girl. Nothing about her was charismatic. Nothing about her was interesting as a mean girl. She was just mean. Like, nothing about her, like, she just wasn't charismatic. She wasn't doing things. She wasn't really making no boss moves or anything. I honestly feel like she had, like, a forced bitchy attitude. Like, nothing about her just screamed the OG. If you don't meet a Georgina Sparks meter, then you're a mediocre mean girl, in my opinion. Number 13, the only the oh the OnlyFans storyline was not handled serious enough in season 14. That storyline was not handled serious enough at all. It was disgusting, and I hate the fact that it took them way too long to find out what these girls were doing, and the fact that there was like really no real repercussions. Zoe's repercussions for doing the news was serving lunch in school. Are you joking? Her mom should have put her on. Should have took her to boarding school. Should have took her to an all girls school. You don't do no shit like that and get away with it. That's punishment. Anyway, those are my Degrassi of my opinion videos. That's part 3. If I have any more, I'll let you guys know. But right now, thank you and goodbye. And look out for my next videos coming soon about my movie.